What specifically about the Jazz appealed to you and made you want to sign here with this team?
Definitely, the season that they've been having the last couple of years definitely was a big decision. Obviously, Coach Snyder definitely was somebody that reached out, and I listened to him, everything he had to say, and it all made sense. Larry Brown is somebody else so that's really close to me, and he knows Coach Snyder pretty well, and we had a long talk about Coach Snyder as well. And not only him, but just the organization, period. Mike Conley, obviously, was somebody that reached out to me as well. That's somebody that I have a lot of respect for. Obviously, I'm going to look at him now like as a big brother, and he can mentor me in a lot of stuff. And obviously, the success that the Jazz been having, I think was just the best fit for me.
Hi, Erik, Walden, the Slavic Tribune. You referenced some things that Coach Snyder said to you that you found appealing. Can you go into more detail about what that was specifically? Like, what's their vision for your role on this team? What's your vision for how you can help this team out?
Obviously, me and him are still kind of talking about that as far as figuring out the main role. But one of the things that he just said is just me being myself, playing my game. Somebody that's, I'm aggressive, obviously. But the thing that was definitely appealing is the team, the development process that they've had with a lot of players. A lot of players that came here and played have definitely gotten better, and that's something that I wanted to do. And obviously, me personally, I've never played in the playoffs, and I've seen what this team has done in the playoffs. And, it's just a couple things here and there that could have went the right way for them to go on and move on in rounds. But I think this year is definitely a great opportunity for me and the team as well to just keep moving forward into the direction that obviously the ultimate goal is the championship.
Hey, yeah, I'm Andy Larson, also from the Slavic Tribune. Just want to ask, defense has been such an important part of this team over the last few years. The word was that was one of the things they said they wanted to see from you this year. How do you plan on approaching that end of the floor next year, and what do you need to do with your game to figure that out?
Yeah, that's definitely something that I'm definitely going to have to bring that energy every game, every day, not only in the games but in practice. And that's something that me and Coach Snyder have talked about. I'm somebody that takes criticism pretty well. So if I'm not doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, I want him to tell me. And obviously, I have no doubt in my mind that he will tell me if I'm not playing great defense or something like that. But the challenge for me is there, and I just got to go out there and just compete as well as I can. And obviously, defense is also a want to, so I definitely got to want to just do it every single possession and not take any plays off. But at the same time, this is a great defensive team, like you said. Once you're around people that has been playing great defense for a while, obviously it's going to become contagious. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I mean, they got the two-time Defensive Player of the Year in Rudy. And that's something that, I don't want to let my teammates down in that aspect. So I'm definitely going to have to come out here and improve in that, like you said.
Ryan McDonald, Deseret News. You posted that picture with Mike on Instagram a couple weeks ago. What have your initial conversations with him been like as you're both coming into this new?
Yeah, we're just both, I think, really excited for the opportunity. I think this team is the best team that me personally in the NBA as far as paper been on. We got talent from top to bottom. You got players that's coming off the bench that's been starters in the league for a while too. So me and Mike talked about a lot of stuff, and I think it was just team. He's a great leader, and I think when he starts talking about the team more so than himself, that's always a positive thing. And if the leader of the team is like that, then everybody's just going to follow and make it about a team aspect. And I'm the same way.
Dana Green with ABC4. Emmanuel, how do you see yourself fitting in with this team as far as being a point guard, a combo guard, a two guard, and maybe for Jazz fans who aren't familiar with your game, what are some of the strengths you want to bring?
I think that's the fun part about it, because I've been talking to Coach Snyder a little bit, and it's kind of like he just wants ball players. So it's not about the game now, the way it's going, positions really don't mean nothing. And for my size, being a big guard, I'm capable of guarding, bigger bigger, I guess, small forwards or something like that, and everybody's switching on defense nowadays. But you can play a lot of different positions all at once, or a lot of same positions all at once. Whether that's me and Mike out there together, Donovan out there, or me sometimes might even have to play the 3. I don't know. So I think that's the fun part about it. So when we get out there, I think us trying to play fast as well is definitely what's going to be fun about it, and just try to get up and down as much as we can. My strength probably, getting my teammates involved and getting to the basket, just being aggressive. I think that's basically my strength for sure. But defense needs to be one of them.
Ryan Miller from KSL.com. Do you feel like you have something to prove this season just with this opportunity?
I wouldn't necessarily say something to prove. Like I said, man, I'm just coming in here trying to learn as much as I can. I'm so happy that I'm gonna be on a team that is a winning team. It's a playoff team, and I've never been on a playoff team. But the thing is, just trying to learn as much as possible. I'm surrounded by great people. I'm surrounded by people that know the game, people that's had success in this league, as from coaches to players. And I think that's the main thing. I'm just out here being a sponge, trying to soak everything in.
Emmanuel, you mentioned the player development program here. Have they set you on your course for this offseason, and kind of what do you want to accomplish this offseason to become a better player?
You saying have they told me? Like,
Yeah, what
is it
that you specifically want to work on?
just consistently becoming a better shooter. Obviously, the way the game is going now, a lot of threes being taken at a high rate. So, and obviously, like you said earlier, defense, improving on that. And that's kind of the main talk, finishing around the basket. So it's not one specific thing that we're working on. I think it's everything's kind of leading in together. So.
David Locke, Utah Jazz. You mentioned when we were just chatting about Nikola Jokic, but who are some of the guys that you hang with in the league, or who are your guys, or who do you work out with, or what's some of the group that you've built over the years in the league?
I think it's not a lot because I'm just so competitive. But at the same time, like Gary Harris was a great friend of mine that plays for the Denver Nuggets. But at the same time, when I'm around, like if we're playing somebody that game, let's say we was playing, I don't know, let's say we was playing Miami or something, I would probably ask like Dwayne Wade a question or something like that. Just try to learn as much as I can from that particular person that day.
Hey, Jeff Randy with Fox 13. Utah hasn't always been a free agent destination. Do you think that perception's changing, and did that perception ever scare you off?
It didn't scare me. I think it shouldn't change if it's about basketball. I think that it's a great place to be. Me personally, I don't know too much about Salt Lake, the city. I'm gonna learn about that as I go, but I'm excited to learn as much as Salt Lake as I am about the Jazz as well. So I think if you look at the team, it's definitely a great place to come to if you're trying to win. The way it's trending, this team, and the way it's going is definitely becoming a winning program and getting back to the days. I think everybody's trying to get back to the days when Stockton and Malone was here, when they was winning a lot of games. So I think it's going into the right direction for sure.
Aaron Falk with the Jazz. What did Coach Brown tell you about playing for Coach Snyder, just their relationship and what you can expect from him?
Yeah, he knows him pretty well. Just that he's a smart guy, especially in basketball, and not only in basketball, off the court. He told me the degrees that he had as well. I was not expecting that. So the degrees that he's had, that just proves that he's well put together. And obviously, when I talk to him, you can tell how much this really, really means to him, just basketball in general. And it seems like he really cares for his players as well. I think that's big when you got a coach that can talk to you not only about basketball, but just off the court stuff. You start having trust in that person as well. So that's one thing with me. If I got trust in you, then I'll run through a wall for you. So that's how I look at it.
You've experienced Jazz fans, especially playing for Denver, and see what that rivalry was like. What's it going to be like playing for them cheering for you?
I always say they one of the best fans in the league, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Jazz now, but every time I came in here, it was always loud. The atmosphere was great, especially when he gets on a motorcycle and does the whole thing. That kind of threw me off a little bit, but that's something I'm actually looking forward to. But I think the fans here, they're amazing, especially during the playoffs when I watch the games. You can hear through the TV how loud it gets in here, and even like if you go on a 10-0 run, you can barely hear anything. Especially me being on the other side, I could barely hear my coach at the time. So I'm looking forward to that.